Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Breaking Babylon with Elder Asiy'el ben Israel. I'm your host. Want to make sure before we get started, y'all can hear and see me clearly. Also, make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, we should be live on Facebook as well. Also, if you haven't joined me on my newly created Breaking Babylon with Elder Asiy'el on Facebook, go ahead and like that too, because we'll be going live from that channel also, and also on YouTube. All right. So also check the description. You should see in the description. You should see our church information. So subscribe to that. Israelite Temple LG, where we have our Sabbath lessons. We also have our Friday lessons that we do every Friday and Saturday. So join our church channel for more information on our church. Also subscribe to here, Breaking Babylon with Elder Asiy'el. We here every Wednesday. And also like our page on Facebook. All right. So thank you, brothers and sisters, for tuning in. I know it's a rough one out here going on. If you're in the Houston area, down south here, Louisiana area, you see what's going on with the hurricane. So if you brothers and sisters are in those areas, please say a prayer for those brothers and sisters for safety, and hopefully they evacuated like they was supposed to do. But say a prayer for them. Also, you know, and we don't go against any. We know all these things are the Most High's will, so we pray the Most High do His will, but our people also stay safe. So say a prayer. You know, we in the midst of it too. So we down here in Houston, brothers and sisters that are in Houston, our body here in Houston, brothers in San Antonio. Make sure y'all have everything together. I know y'all pretty much safe down there in San Antonio, but people in Houston, make sure you have your stuff together. Water, you know, flashlights, etc., just in case the lights go out or whatever it may be. All right, so be prepared. Most importantly, though, make sure you stay prayed up, brothers. So that's the most important thing. That in these troublous times, that you keep the Most High first on the beginning of everything, and know that even in this time, like the scriptures tell you, to also always give praise and honor to the Most High God, even if stuff is not going the way you want them to go. Give praise and honor to the Most High God for all things. So we're in the midst of this pandemic, COVID. We're in the midst of a hurricane. Give thanks to the Most High God, right? And know that He's brought you through worse, right? Some of us from the brink of death, and He brought us back. So just pray past this thing. Make sure you check on your family. Check on brothers and sisters in the Louisiana area, the South Louisiana. Check on them, make sure they're okay if you have family there. Okay, so, but let's get to it. You know, it's enough of depressing things that we see around us. You know, we see the Most High will is working. We see that if you're not a believer, two things gonna happen to you right now. If you are a believer, your faith has been strengthened. If you're not, then you blaming God at this time. Right. So if you were a believer and your faith wasn't strong, now you're an atheist now. Because you can't see how God would cause all this harm and all these judgments that we see on the earth. But we that believe understand it. We know that these are the things. This is what the Most High said. Earthquakes and hurricanes and all these things. These are the beginning of birth pains or sorrows. So if you can't make it past this, imagine when the real trouble comes. Imagine when real issues come. This is nothing what we're going through. And a lot of us have lost our faith, all right? So before we get started, let me make you an admin. Let me go ahead and throw some admins out here. And when Officer come on, we'll make him an admin as well. Let's see here. So let me make you an admin. Or a moderator, a moderator. All right. So now we're going to get right into it. As y'all can see the title, it says celebrity support for Meg the Stallion, dealing with her being shot by Tory Lane, also in Maliyah Bass and Jacob Blake. So we're going to go way more into more. We're going into another story that's in Chicago, dealing with a sister named, I think her name Clarita Poole, right? So we're gonna go into a couple things tonight. All right, so go ahead, like I said, like the video. Shalom, brother AD. Shalom to you, brother. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Go over to Facebook. Just type in Breaking Babylon with Asiy'el. It'll pop up. Subscribe there. We just started that channel about a week ago. So make sure you support. All right. So now let's go into it. Celebrity support for Meg Thee Stallion. Now, why did I want to pull this out? I don't listen to Meg Thee Stallion. I know she's a rapper from Houston and all that. But I wanted to show you the mindset of our people and how we support the wrong things and for the wrong reasons, right? So I wanted to bring this story out first because I wanted to show y'all some things that I found very disturbing coming from people that's from Houston, right? Like a Bun B and all these other rappers have sent their support for Meg Thee Stallion, but then we have our own issues here in Houston. And it's disturbing that I don't see any talk about the issues that we're having, only issues where you can go viral or stuff that's trending. Now we have to start questioning the people that we look up to, these rappers and all those things, and say, well, hey, why aren't you talking about the issues that are really happening in the community versus those things that are trending, right? So Meg Thee Stallion being shot by Tory Lanez is trending. So therefore you have a lot of celebrities that's on the trend train. Right? And it's only because it's something that's going on that it's popular right now. Everybody's talking about it. So I'm getting ready to sell an album. So let me make sure that I put my input in this so it can push my album. So people can click on me and see what I'm doing and push my album. That's the only thing that it's for. Right? But we're going to go into it. I want to show you something. Now, very disturbing that we see stuff like this. I'm going to put it on your screen here, brothers and sisters. Make sure y'all follow me here, right? So, on your screen, you can see here, it says, who supports Meg Thee Stallion after her alleged shooting by Tory Lanez, right? So, apparently, this is Tory Lanez, the brother here on the left, and Meg Thee Stallion on the right here, okay? Now, let me make it bigger so y'all can see. It says, check this out. After more than a month of public scrutiny since she was shot in both her feet, Megan Thee Stallion confirmed in her August 20th Instagram Live that rapper Tory Lanez had shot her. Yes, this N-word, Tory shot me, she said, adding that his publicist had lied about his involvement. The shooting has prompted a range of responses since July 12th, including radio silence from hip-hop's biggest players, distasteful jokes about Megan in the wake of her shooting, and support for her from others in the music industry. It says, few have spoken out in support of Lane since Megan claiming he was the one who shot her, but that hasn't stopped everybody. Black women are so unprotected, and we hold so many things in to protect the feelings of others without considering our own, she tweeted, nearly a week after the shooting on July 17th. So Meg Thee Stallion said black women are unprotected. Now, why do you think black women are unprotected? Now, Meg said that they feel black women are unprotected. Maybe because you walk around talking about you a savage. Because in your song, the WAP, you saying you a savage and all these things. So, I mean, who want to protect a savage? So this is from her own words, being a savage. So I don't understand how you play both sides. Either you doing one or the other. One side you saying black women are unprotected or most unprotected people on the earth, but then 1 minute you want to be a savage. You don't want protection from a black man or any man, period. Let's keep reading. Let me slide this over so I don't have to look. So let's slide this over here. Hopefully it still works. Oh, all right, it's gonna stay right there. All right, so now it says, hold on here, brothers and sisters. Let me put this over here. Now, it says here, black women, I quote, black women are so unprotected and we hold so many things in to protect the feelings of others without considering our own, she tweeted, nearly a week after the shooting on July 17th. Now remember, the shooting happened July 17th, and I quote, "It might be funny to y'all on the internet, just another messy topic for you to talk about, but this is my real life, and I'm real life hurt and traumatized. Here's a breakdown of what everyone sends." So she's traumatized. This same one that's a savage. See? So let's go into it. This is what black women send. The reason black women are unprotected because they see images like this of being savages and being independent, and they fight against men. That's the truth. Not all of our sisters. That's why sisters, and not all black women, but in general, if you putting off a certain image, that's what black women copy. And wonder why they can't find a good man. And wonder why things happen the way they do to them, because y'all following these stereotypes that you see on the news and on these groups and music, and then you emulate that thing, and then now you wonder why men don't want to deal with you. See? This is the reason. But then when you're behind and you see what's happening now, behind the scenes, she's acting like a woman. So what you see she's doing on the music videos is not who she really is. It's an act. But guess what? Most of our sisters, they take that as real life. And they put that within their own lives. And these people don't act like this. Now she's traumatized. Now she want to be protected. See? Let's make the Stallion. But I'm going to show you something. This is not the point that I wanted to get in. Now, watch this. I don't know how to say these people names. Kalani. It says, this is what Kalani, a celebrity, had to say about what happened to Meg. "I stand with women, believe women, and I love my friends. If there's something that turns you off from me or makes you no longer support me, bless you for real. You have no reason to have ever supported me in the first place. I'm not your cup of tea." So that's what she had to say, right? JoJo, the singer, after Meg confirmed that Lanes had shot her, JoJo tweeted, "Love, respect, and peace and protection too," at the Stallion on August 20th. She also told a fan that she would be taking Lane's verse off her song "Come Back" in the upcoming deluxe version of her album, Good to Know. Now remember I told y'all it's all about promoting the album. Listen what she was doing. So JoJo took this opportunity to promote her album. I'm telling y'all, this thing is only for promotion. It's trending. It's another way I can promote my album. Who knew about JoJo having an album coming out? But now she can get on something that's trending to promote her album. See, people knew this was going to happen. They knew that she was going to get put on the forefront, and they was going to promote that album. Right? See, Come Back in the upcoming deluxe version of her album, Good to Know, definitely took him the F off, she tweeted. Right? So let's keep going. Young Baby Tate. "Yo, bro, I'm effing pissed. F Tory Lanez." Okay. Holly Berry got in the mix. Holly Berry got in the mix of it. Now let's see what Holly Berry has to say. Support for Megan extended outside the music industry when Oscar winner Holly Berry tweeted on August 21st. First, peace, protection, respect for all black women, always. I find this very strange because Holly Berry want to be black when she want to be black, then she white or whatever else she is when she want to be. So I don't understand it. See, now it's convenient, it's trending to be black. So everybody, Camilla Harris, Holly Berry, they black women now. Black women been according to them, black women been mistreated. What was Holly Berry? But it's trending right now to be a black person. It's trending right now to be a black person. So everybody black now. Now, let's keep on. Holly Berry, peace, protection, respect for all black women. Always at the Stallion. We stand with you. F this SHIT. Holly Berry. So now, listen to what I said earlier. Halle Berry wants to be black when they want to be black, and she's white or whatever other race she is when she wants to be white. So when she want to get in movies, she a white woman. She identified thing. I want to say she's married to a white man. See, this blackity black thing only matters when it's trending. It's cool to be black because what's happening now, since black people are being on the forefront, black movie roles are getting ready to open up, and guess what happens? They're gonna go to black people that's identified being black. Let me say it one more time. Black people are trending right now. So these movie executives, these movie companies are opening up roles for black people. Right? This is what's happening. So these roles that are opening up now, and guess who they want to give it to? These blackity black people that, all for black people. This is what's going on. Michael B. Jordan. Actor Michael B. Jordan joined Halle Berry with his support for Megan on August 24th. Meg, I admire your courage and applaud you for speaking up. He wrote, we must support black women, protect black women, and believe black women. Now, ain't this the same guy when he dating white women? This the dude that all you women, especially black women, y'all be drooling all over, but he don't even like you. And he might not even like women. It was a story out where one of his people, I think it's him, allegedly, a guy that worked in his home, he said, took him in the closet and asked for something about kissing him. Another man. So, I mean, he might not even like women. See? So, let's see. But I think this the guy that was don't date black women. And I think that's the one that was in Black Panther, right? So, brothers and sisters, I mean, just follow what we doing here. Follow what we doing here. Let me go, because I want to show y'all this. I hope I can find it here. I want to see if I can find this. Let's see. Let's go over here. I want to show you. Now, this is the guy talking about support black women. Watch this. See, y'all black people are so, we so gullible. Like, we read something, yeah, support. And the main people that say support black women don't deal with black women. That's the issue. If Meg Thee Stallion said black women are unprotected because they have no men. The men are with white women. But then the same people saying they support Meg Thee Stallion don't deal with black women. Wait a minute. Let's go here. Watch this. Michael B. Jordan opens up about dating and why he compared black women to chocolate milk. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's a compliment or I don't know what he's saying. But Michael B. Jordan finally explained his controversial comments about dating and black culture in a new interview. Black Panther star landed himself in hot water when he was caught partying on a yacht full of non-black women. Rumors have swirled about him not being attracted to black women. And to some fans, this proved he preferred white women to black women. As Blevity reported at the time, Jordan jumped on Instagram Live to discuss the images of him with the non-black women. He said, y'all are wilding right now. Y'all are bugging. Yes, I'm on vacation right now. Okay, I'm traveling around, Jordan said on Instagram. Newsflash, it's not a lot of black women in Italy, okay? What? Let me read that again. Newsflash, it's not a lot of black women in Italy, okay? It's not. It's just not. Sorry. I'm reading through the comments and SHIT, y'all tearing your boy up. It's too much, man. Y'all doing too much. Let's see. To further prove his love for black women, this is what he did. Jordan offered the world the following metaphor. He said, I like milk. I like chocolate milk. I love chocolate milk. And I like almond milk, strawberry milk, you know, that cinnamon toast crunch. The milk after that, I like that too. That's pretty good. I like milk, period. Well, I mean, milk is white. Well, he said chocolate milk. Okay, if that's what y'all want to, you know, if y'all can't see past what he really saying. Right? That's pretty good. I like milk. Y'all just doing a lot. Y'all got to chill. Comparing women to milk does not sit well with folks. Exactly. So this the same guy saying he support black women, but then he's comparing black women to chocolate milk. So they only good. I mean, that's a sexual undertone. I like black women. They refer. I like chocolate milk. What? So you only see black women for sexual pleasure? Because when you drink milk, chocolate milk, it tastes good. So what are you saying? Same guy said we need to protect black women. That's how you protect black women, by saying you like chocolate milk? See? So, you know, that's what it is. Let's go back, though, to Meg Thee Stallion. So I wanted to show y'all that, showing you all these people that saying support black women and all that. They don't give a damn about black women. It's only a stunt. It's only a stunt because it's trendy. My career is going down, so let me put something out there so people can remember me. Hey, remember I was in Black Panther. Hey, Halle Berry, remember me? Hey, we got Black Rose coming. Remember Halle Berry? I'm black. See? JoJo, I got a new album coming out. I support black women. Hey, meanwhile, go and catch that good album. Go get that album. Good to know. See? So they've always done that with black women. Black people in general, they've always used our circumstances to promote themselves. They don't give a damn. We've been being killed in the streets. Black women have been receiving racism, being treated bad. And I agree. Black women and black men have been treated terribly here in America. But this is not the first time. So why didn't y'all stand in support 40 years ago, 60 years ago, 80 years ago, 400 years ago? But we stand in support now because I have an agenda. I want to support a video. I want to support an album that's coming out. See? And we fall for it. We fall for it every time. Right? So watch this. He protect and believe in black women. Asian doll. Rapper Asian Doll defended Megan on August 24th, Instagram Live. Megan is not violent. Megan is not an argumentative person, she said. Don't try to tell nobody how to defend they friend, period. Chance the Rapper, coming to the defense of his handsome collaborator, Chance the Rapper tweeted on August 22nd, I hope Meg really gets justice for what Tory did to her. And that we can all learn from this how near and constant and serious the threat of lethal violence and abuse is for every black woman. Are you serious? I don't see black women. Black women do get shot by the police, but we just saw another brother being killed by the police. Where are these people living at? I mean, and we're about to show you something. This is why I find this is very disturbing, that our celebrities, especially black celebrities, are this sleep. Because they don't understand. They done got to this certain plateau that they don't understand what's going on in their own communities. See? Listen what we talking about. We talking about Meg Thee Stallion getting shot in the foot at a party. Who knows what was going on? Listen, this the crazy part. Don't nobody even know what happened between the two. The story haven't even came out of what happened. You don't know if she was fighting the dude. You don't know if she threatened to shoot him. You don't know if she stole somebody's. We don't know what happened. And everybody is coming to the defense of Meg Thee Stallion. You don't know. Look, we done already, the public opinion have already crucified this brother and don't even know what happened. Because everybody's taking this opportunity to promote themselves. They don't know what happened. She didn't even tell nobody what happened. She just said she got out the car and got shot in the foot. There's some stories out there that said that she hit the dude. There's some stories that she didn't hit the dude. There's some stories that said they got into an argument. Who knows? Nobody said anything. But how can we sit here and say, well, justice for this? We don't know what happened. I don't condone nobody should be shot. I don't condone violence, period. But for us to sit here and act like this is very irresponsible for these celebrities to be like this. But it's not irresponsible because you know what they're doing. They're trying to promote themselves. It's trending. It's how they keep themselves afloat, especially during this pandemic. See? T.I. Rapper T.I. offered some support for Meg during the Instagram Live on August 22nd, emphasizing if Lanes had shot Megan, he said, how in the F you shoot a girl in a bikini? Once again, you don't know we don't know what happened. Where it says she was in a bikini. See, these are the people that we look up to. See, we look up to. Where it says she was in a bikini. He continued, quote, under no circumstance should any man be accepted for shooting a black woman or any woman. T.I. went to address Lanez. Tory, you need to say something, he added. No, Tory Lanez is smart. Don't say anything. Let everybody go out and put their own opinions out there and let him, whatever his lawyer got him doing, he got him doing the right thing. Don't say nothing. Because y'all don't know what happened. But yet everybody got their opinion and already taken sides and already convicted the man and don't even know what happened. Now, if it come back that she did something, he was defending himself, then everybody going to look stupid. J.R. Smith has something to say. We're going to skip him. He just needs to play basketball. Bun B, hip-hop legend Bun B offered support for his fellow Houstonian on a wide-ranging hour-long Instagram video on August 24th. F. Tory Lanez. I mean, he too grown to be talking like this. This man way too damn grown to be talking. This is a little kid he talking about. This the best you can say? But anyway, and I don't care if this goes viral or none of this SHIT. See that? He don't care if it goes viral. Well, why you mention it? Why you make a video? This is what I'm saying in the beginning. He wanted to go viral because he needs some attention to come to him. I'm from Houston. If somebody would have done something to Meg in this city, we would have rolled. See, he too old to be talking like this. Rolled on what? You don't know what happened? I'm building something though, brothers and sisters. I'm building something. We're going to go into something deeper. I'm building something. We would have rolled. And you don't know what happened in that car or what took place that day. No one knows. I'm from Houston, and if somebody would have done something to Megan in this city, we would have rolled. UGK rapper later added. So as an OG in Houston, I'm standing up. Tory Lanez is some. Y'all see that? HOASSHIT. Period. You know, I know Tory. I know his manager. I know all of them. So why don't you call him? If you know them, call Tory yourself and say, Tory, man, what you did, you need to call Tory. Call Mr. Lanez and say, this is what's going on. But see, if you do that's behind the scene. You can't make a video. I know his manager. I know all of them, man. F all that, though. F all that. Bun B went on to call out the sexism and anti-blackness of people not defending Megan. Nobody is talking about it because it's a black woman. Everybody talk. What are you talking about? Everybody is talking. All these celebrities on here talking about. All I've been seeing is Megan Thee Stallion getting shot in the foot. But you want to know what I haven't seen from any of y'all? The death of a 2-year-old girl from Houston, Texas, Maliyah Bass. I haven't heard anything on that. I haven't heard about a 28 or 27-year-old girl, Claretta Poole from Detroit, got shot in the head and left naked at the fire department. I haven't heard nothing about that. And the 2-year-old girl, Maliyah Bass, from Houston, from the southwest side, the side Bun B them be on. I haven't heard anything. See, ain't that kind of weird to you? This is what I'm building up to, showing you how backwards we are as a people. We show support for foolishness. Meg Thee Stallion getting shot. We don't condone. Listen, I'm not saying she should be shot. I'm not doing, but that's not important. That's some old, they partying, they in that type of atmosphere for violence and harm to come to them. But this 2-year-old girl was sitting outside her porch playing, and somebody kidnapped her and killed her. So what am I going to focus on? Meg Thee Stallion at some party doing drugs with her. I'm not saying but drugs and alcohol and guns and all that. Or a 2-year-old girl innocently playing outside of her parents' apartment and was kidnapped and killed and murdered. Which one am I focused on? And which one should we be focused attention on? Or a 27-year-old girl shot in the head. If you want to talk about protecting black women, protect that black woman. She was shot in the head, left naked at a fire department. See? Our priorities are all messed up, brothers and sisters. This is how we are, because it's not trending, because it's not going to give me views, so I'm not going to be concerned with that. Let me attach myself to something that's viral. Cause I got something that I got an album dropping. See? Man, look. Let me keep going. I know all of them. All that. Anti-black. Nobody is talking about it because it's a black woman. Everybody talking about it. And to the point to where it makes black people look bad. We have way more pressing issues going on in the black community than Meg Thee Stallion getting shot in the foot. We have way more important things to deal with than Meg Thee Stallion getting shot in the foot. Like 2-year-old girls being kidnapped and murdered. Like a 27-year-old sister, Claretta Poole, I think her name is, we're going to go into it, being shot in the head, left naked at a fire station. Like our brother, Jacob, what's his name here? Let me get his name. Jacob Blake being shot 7 times in the back by the police. And I'm worrying about Meg Thee Stallion and what she got going on with Tory Lanez. And our celebrities, instead of seeing all these black people all this stuff happening to us, we focus on Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. Y'all can say what y'all want. That's just what it is. Somebody else with one of these white women in Hollywood, put your hands on Alyssa Milano and see what happens. Yeah, because people back them. They back their people. Black people don't back their own people. And when we back them for the wrong reasons. And then we back people without even know what's truly going on. Nobody knows what happened between Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. Nobody. But they already convicted the brother, and all this support is coming for Meg Thee Stallion. What if it comes out and say, I pulled the gun on him first? And he shot back in self-defense. Or she was in the car and he wouldn't get out of his car. If the man wants you to get out of his car, any sister, any man or woman, if you're in somebody's stuff and they want you, get out. See? So now, watch this. Let me go back here. Let's go back here. So now, I wanted to show y'all that because I found that to be funny, right? Of course, y'all can go back, and if y'all support that, whatever, that's on you. But what I found that to be funny was we have this issue going on with Meg Thee Stallion. It's all on the front. This is all, I mean, everywhere. But then check this out. So when you go into what's really going on, let me show you what's really going on. While we're focused on Meg Thee Stallion, a 2-year-old girl was killed. Was shot. A child was killed by gun violence. Let that sink in for a little bit. Child known for praying to end gun violence, killed in a shooting. See? Let me read it again. Child known for praying to end gun violence, killed in shooting. But yet we worrying about Meg Thee Stallion. This is where all the celebrities' attention is at. Not this little child that was killed by gun violence. Because look, it gets no press. It gets no, especially because it's a black person. It's a black person. We don't get the headline news. So therefore nobody cares. Your celebrities, because they need something that's going to keep them afloat, that's going to keep them relevant. This ain't going to keep them relevant, because they know people don't care about when black kids go missing or killed. That's one reason why I started this channel, so we can expose these things, so we can show our kids. Because if this was a white kid, it'd been on every news station on the planet. That's why we have to support each other. That's why I say subscribe to the channel. The more people subscribe to the channel, the more the channel can get bigger and the more these stories can get out there and we can get justice. Stop depending on the white man and Fox and all of them. They're not going to show you. They're not going to put these stories on there because they don't care about black children. But we don't care about black children because when we don't support channels like this. This channel ain't got nothing to do with what name I call on, what I believe in, nothing. It has everything to do with exposing America and showing what's going on in our communities, giving our people a platform so we can have the same platform as white people. So we can get our news out there and get our information out there amongst our people. See? Oh, man. Let's look at this.
Are you ready?
Let's look at this. This is sad. Shouldn't our attention be focused on here? Madison, Wisconsin, a Wisconsin child who was once the face of anti-gun violence video, has fallen victim herself. You have a child out here trying to speak against gun violence, but then you got all these celebrities with all these big platforms, and they not doing that. They not talking about it unless it's trending. Jacob Blake's killing is trending, so everybody wanted to. My rib just told me a few minutes ago how one of the guys from the NBA on TNT, where Shaq them be sitting there talking about the NBA games, he walked off on set. But why didn't he walk off? See, that was a stunt to show y'all. That's all about a stunt, doing this stuff live on TV. Why didn't he just not show up? Why would he wait for the thing to come on to say, okay, I'm going to walk off and I'm going to boycott? Don't even do it. Just boycott. Everybody want to be seen. That's why it's not sincere. Brothers and sisters, these people are not sincere. They don't care about you. They don't live in our neighborhoods. See? So everything is for to be seen of men. That's the only thing it is. It's to promote something they have going on. It's to get praise of men. See? 4 years ago, little Anise Scott touched hearts with a video tearfully praying for an end to gun violence. Tragically, she was shot and killed last week. Listen what the young baby said. Listen what this baby said. Listen. I just want to play like a 7-year-old is supposed to. Anissa said in the video, I don't want to die. If that don't touch y'all, a 7-year-old have to be her own advocate because our celebrities and all these people, these big platforms won't go and do anything. And I'm not saying it's not even on them. We have to, as a people, we have to go in our own neighborhoods and do that because we see they won't, even though they have the platform, the power to do it. So we have to take it amongst ourselves to go in these neighborhoods and stop this violence. Where our little babies can go and play and be a 7-year-old. She said she want to be a 7-year-old. What do 7-year-olds do? They play. They play. They're not concerned with being. They don't want to be shot and killed. They just want to play. Be 7. Be a kid. I don't see no celebrity say anything about this. Why not go ride on the Negroes that shot this little girl? Won't y'all band together and go, since Bun B want to ride on people, go ride on them. But I guess since she's not in Houston, then you won't ride on it. You don't care. Go ride on them. She was praying for a little boy who was shot and killed in Chicago. Heavenly Father, can you please listen to me because I am so scared. God, no one else is fixing Chicago. See? No one else is fixing Chicago. All them rappers in Chicago that come out of Chicago and rap and all that, they still, listen, they leave out Chicago, leave Chicago the way it is. They keep rapping and keep the beef going. And then little kids get shot dealing with their mess. Where's celebrity talk about that? You got a lot of celebrities from Chicago. Won't they go out and boycott that? Why is this not in the mainstream? Why is Meg Thee Stallion getting shot in the foot, a top story that's trending? This should be trending. A little girl dies from gun violence. That's how destroyed we are as a people. I'm talking about black, white, whatever race you're. This is as a human being, this is how destroyed we are. We don't care about anything unless it tickles our little emotions inside here. Something that can entertain us, something that we excited about. That's the only thing we concerned with. If it ain't got nothing to do with something that's going to interest me, I don't care. I don't care about a little kid being shot. See? So I'm asking you, can you please fix Chicago? I got all A's in school. Listen, this kid got all A's in school. So nobody can say, oh, she wasn't going to do nothing. She got all A's in school. Who knows? This could have been a doctor. This could have been and she was already fighting for silver. She was already fighting she could have been a representative for her community. An advocate. An activist. See? At the tender age of 6, 7 years old, at 4, I think they said 4 years. 2 years, what is this? Let me see. Four years ago, she said this prayer. See? I get all A's in school. I'm really good, but can you do this for me, please? They won't stop shooting. They won't stop killing. They won't stop it. God, can you make it better, please? It kind of hurts me today because I told her that won't happen to you. Her stepfather, Raphael Ragland, said, the WISC. Why is not? Listen, I had to search for this. It's not on mainstream. I just so happened to come across it. It's not something that's talked about. Let's listen. Listen to the story. This is August 20th, 6 days ago. But we talking about Meg Thee Stallion.
To explore a new future? Udemy gives you the skills to land a promotion, get a new job.
Let's see here. I'm gonna play this. We're gonna play this video real quick, and I want to show y'all this, right? And you see what's going on, brothers and sisters. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, like us on Facebook, right? We're live on Facebook. Like us on subscribe to the channel on Facebook. On YouTube. Also, make sure you share the video. Share the video, all right? So now let's go back and look at this video real quick.
like a 7-year-old's supposed to do. I don't want to die.
A heartbreaking request from Anissa Scott, just 7 years old at the time, praying for a little boy shot and killed in Chicago.
It kind of hurts me today because I told her, oh, well, you know, that wouldn't happen to you.
Anissa's stepfather, Raphael Ragland, remembers filming the video, haunted by what he told Anissa.
Where we live at here, it's not like that, you know, it's not like Chicago.
Anissa met the same fate in Madison last week, shot while riding in a car. She was 11 years old.
They won't stop killing. They won't stop it. God, can you make it better?
4 years ago, Anissa thought her words in Ragland's film would change the world and stop gun violence.
It brought me to tears right there when I was filming it. I was like, because the things that she was asking God.
Anissa continued to act in Ragland's faith-based films, always wanting to play a character that saw God. Here, playing an angel.
One video where Anissa played a role where she got shot. And she went into a coma. And when she came out the coma, she was talking about she met God.
Ragland says he just can't bring himself to post that video, but finds comfort in the thought that the happiness she felt playing an angel has reached her again.
God, can you please heal our city?
Meanwhile, the video that is out there is reaching others, adding 30,000 views on Facebook in just a few days.
She wanted it to be seen, so like I'm sad that it took this for people to see it.
Amanda Quintana, News 3 Now.
So now you see it reached Facebook only 30,000.
Are you ready
views.
to explore?
Now, you dealing with Meg the Stallion, those millions of views. You see what I'm saying? Why is this? Why? Listen, this girl. So she was 7 years old when she prayed that prayer. She was killed when she was 11. But we concerned with Meg the Stallion. Oh, man. See? Now, let's keep going. Now, watch this. So it's plenty of things out here that we should be pushing to go viral, but we don't. Like I said, it has nothing to do with us. So it has nothing to do with what I'm into, my interests. You know, nobody cares about little black kids. Nobody cares about that. Only thing we care about is being savages and some WAP, some wet AP. That's the only thing we concerned with. We can only concerned with black women freedom and equality, not by us being killed or children being killed. We allow things to go viral that shouldn't go viral. And then what it does is it distracts the people that has the platforms to help change things. They distract it with something else. Meanwhile, what we really need help is in our communities. See, that's what happens. These people get a certain level of fame and they forget about the community. But that's the main thing. And we wonder why Bun B said, well, if they was a white woman, of course, when white people get a certain level of fame, they give it back to their communities. They make sure they look out for their people. Black people don't. That's the truth. Black people get they money and then say, nigga, you get it too. F-U-N, F y'all, and all these we start acting funny and all these things, right? And we leave. We don't care about the community no more. And we have this mentality where if I got out, you can get out too. See? But no other people think like that but black people. Everybody else go back to their communities. The Chinese man, when he make money, he go back and get his people, bring them on. He don't be like, F y'all, get it yourself. I did this and me. But they don't do that. Only people do that is black people. So you see why now that Meg the Stallion is shot in air. All black folks are focusing on that. And meanwhile, their communities laying waste. Cause in their mindset, that's what they got to deal with. I'm up here now. I'm with the Jeffersons. I done moved on up. I don't have to deal with that. That's on them. Not knowing that they the voice of the communities. See? But that's what the powers that be want. They don't ever want them to use their platforms for good. You see that. Anytime Nick Cannon used his say black people the Jews, look what happened to him. Deshaun Jackson said we the Jews. Look what happened to him. See? So come on, black people. Come on, man. And Hispanic people. We got to wake up, man. Wake up. Don't listen. Focus on your people. Focus on your people. Now watch. So what about this? What about that 11-year-old girl that was killed? Why didn't that video go viral? Why only got 30,000 likes or views? But I look up Meg Thee Stallion being shot, I guarantee you it's in the millions. Like I showed you last time we did the video, the degradation of the black woman. I showed you how Beyonce was trying to bring some uplifting things to black people. It had like 18 million views, right? But then you go into WAP, the video of Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, it had 80 million views. So I understand. I see where the mindset of the people are. So I see why we don't see nothing like this going viral with this 11-year-old girl being shot and killed. Who was an advocate, who was an activist advocating that gun violence stop. See? She was fighting against her neighbor. She was fighting against it. She wanted to go out and play. She wanted to make it better for other children. She should have received what George Floyd got. She should have been in a gold casket. She should have been a martyr. This little girl that is 7 years old was listen, y'all go back to the story. What about this story? What about this story? Let's see. Let's see something. Let's see about this story.
This is a commercial for war.
Let's let the commercials go. Now, we're going to see. What about this story? Now we got a 2-year-old girl in Houston. This is where Meg Thee Stallion is from and Bun B. A 2-year-old girl on an A-Leaf. That's the hood, Southwest Houston. Kidnapped from in front of her house. Killed, body found in Breakin's Bayou, about 15 miles from her house. Huh? Bun B ain't said nothing about this. I haven't seen anything if he did. Meg Thee Stallion ain't said nothing about this. No celebrity has said anything about this. See? Let's see. Let's go. I want to play the video. I want to show y'all this. And then we're going to read the story. Right? We're going to read the story. Watch this.
Mel, people are upset. People are upset here at this apartment complex. They've set up a memorial on the front steps of the mother and her boyfriend's apartment. People across Houston are upset. This is a horrendous case. What we know is that the mother and her boyfriend are not staying at this apartment right now. They came here earlier today with Quanell X, and they had members of his team very close by their sides because neighbors were trying to lunge at them. They were screaming at them. They're very, very upset. I posted some video of that interaction on my Facebook and Twitter if you'd like to check it out. But you'll hear them in those videos talking about the questions they have. They want answers. They want justice for Maliyah Bass. And as they walked from the car into their apartment, out of their apartment, back into the car, the mother and her boyfriend were both silent. Like I said, people want answers. They want justice. We understand this is a horrendous case. We did see homicide detectives here at the apartments near Beach Nut and Willcrest earlier today looking for surveillance video. We were also out on Breakin's Bayou. EquiSearch was there along with some other Houston police homicide detectives. They're searching for any shred of evidence that might lead them to who was involved in this case. And I want to put this out there again. Houston police is asking anyone who lives along Breakin's Bayou, it doesn't matter what part of the city, anyone who lives along Breakin's Bayou, if you have a business along Breakin's Bayou, please look at your surveillance cameras and see if you see any sign of Maliyah Bass on them. That would be a tremendous help to Houston police homicide.
He's
All right, so there
finally
you have it.
asleep.
There you have it. So now you see. Now this is a 2-year-old girl missing. Now I'm gonna go into the story, my own commentary, but I wanted to show the difference. Like I'm gonna switch away from Meg Thee Stallion and go into these stories, but I wanted to show you how we have our priorities all mixed up, right? Our focus is on Meg Thee Stallion, but meanwhile, 2-year-old girls and 11-year-old girl killed. Little black girls. And I don't see it going viral. I don't see no celebrities talking about it. All these celebrities in Houston. Celebrities from Detroit. None of them are speaking on it. I'm not saying they should speak on every case that goes on, but some of these things, like this little girl missing this 2-year, I mean, this is in Houston. After your Bun B released the video talking about how he gonna ride on these dudes and all that, ride on the dude that took this 2-year-old girl in Houston, Southwest Side, and A-Leaf. But you ready to ride on somebody that did something to Meg Thee Stallion yet you don't even know what happened. See, that's how irresponsible our people, and these are people that they say that's our leaders. The voice for black people. See, we too old for that. We got to get out the point. We can't keep riding on people. Stuff got to change. Meg Thee Stallion can't walk around talking about she a savage and all that and acting like a man, and then you get treated like one. Now it's time to ride on. No, she need to be a woman. Don't put yourself in positions. Like I said, I don't know what happened, but from how her image is, this tough, that Jezebel Sapphire spirit. See? So I mean, that's what she put on, and like I said, this all for show. We know that. But still, why not ride on the people that's really doing harm to our communities? See? Let's go into this story. Now, listen to this. On Monday, Maliyah's mom and her boyfriend went back to the apartment where neighbors who had set up a memorial for the toddler at the front door of where she lived became very angry, which I agree. They were yelling at Bass's mother and her boyfriend, who were escorted to the apartment by members of Quanell X's team. Neighbors were having to hold back others who live in the complex from charging at the child's mother. They said the story that has been told does not make any sense, and they want justice for the child. Now, this is where it switches. I'm done with Meg Thee Stallion. Now I'm going to do what they should be doing. Right? So now, this don't make sense. Right? This 2-year-old girl, according to the story, and I've seen different stories, they said this 2-year-old girl was playing in front of her house, and her mom went in the house for 1 minute, and the child was gone. The stepdad said 5 minutes. So that's one issue we have there. Also, the neighbors and people saying here said that the child, or Quanell X, we're going to read that in the story, says that they leave the child there alone over at night when a couple nights ago when they went to the store. So now we need to protect black women, but it's black women who's putting their children in danger. Let me say it again. We need to protect black women, but it was a black woman who put her child in danger. And a black man, but the black woman, because that's his stepdaughter. See? Should we protect black women or no? Or which type of black women should we protect? Let me say it again. We ought to protect black women, but this is the same black woman that allowed her child to play outside in the front porch on Southwest A-Leaf, Houston, by herself, a 2-year-old. Maliyah was last seen Saturday at the park at the 10,600 block of Beechnut Street, wearing a black tank top and a multicolored polka dots paired with matching pants and a pair of blue shoes. She was carrying a pink and white pillowcase with letter blocks inside when she went missing. Police said Maliyah's mom told them that the 2-year-old was playing in the courtyard outside their apartment. The 20-year-old said she left the toddler alone for a few minutes. Let me read that again. The 20-year-old said she left the toddler alone for a few minutes. This is what we supposed to be protecting? This the black woman we supposed to be protecting? Let me read it again. The 20-year-old said she left the toddler alone for a few minutes. When she came back, Maliyah was missing. This is what we supposed to be protecting? So are we supposed to be protecting the child or the black woman? Listen to this. They admit they realize that this is a very, very high crime area. Yeah, A-Leaf it go down. It doesn't make sense that if you know this is a high crime area, why would you bring your baby to the playground, go back in the house, and shut the door behind you? That makes no sense. This is negligence, as a parent, activist Cornell X said. Just over 24 hours after her disappearance, a jogger, and see, it's always that, a jogger always jogging on, see a baby floating in Brays Bayou. Just over 24 hours after her disappearance, a jogger spotted the body of a child more than 15 miles away in Brays Bayou. We supposed to protect this type of black woman who left her child out, a 2-year-old. A 2-year-old. Let them play at the park by themselves. You go back in the house and shut the door. Listen, my son finna be 6. I won't even let out. Listen, I won't leave him alone for 5 seconds if I'm out somewhere. When I'm walking, we in the store, look, grab the pocket. I'm always looking, and I'm scanning, making sure ain't nobody finna walk up on us. Cause man, listen, these people crazy out here, man. They'll run up with the family, with the man and the woman, with the child, run up and snatch the baby and run out the door. So imagine if I had a 2-year-old, especially a 2-year-old little girl. She look, I'm holding her like a football. But you allow this child to go to the park unattended with no adults, assuming no adults that was out there, assuming to them she was by herself for a few minutes. And you went back, the child was gone. Of course she's gone. And I'm going to show you why she's gone. Right? So watch this. I want to show y'all something too. This is, listen, brothers and sisters. We can't make this stuff up. We can't make this stuff up. So now the story, I want to show you another, I'm going to go into another story I'll show you about this. That it was said that when they was out looking for the baby, the mom was sitting on the steps saying, "My baby is gone, my baby is dead." Wait a minute. How you know the baby is dead? Y'all looking for the baby. Why are you not up searching and helping look for the baby? You saying my baby is gone, my baby is dead. This is what the mom said of the 2-year-old. This the type of black women you want me to protect? Yes or no? A 2-year-old left alone at the park for a few minutes. She go missing, and then she didn't call the police right then. They waited till later that night and called the police. So whoever took the child had a head start. They was out looking for the child, and they said the mom was sitting there. The neighbor said the mom was sitting there on the porch saying, "My baby is gone, my baby is dead." How she knows the baby's dead? I wouldn't be surprised if something come back to the parent or her or her boyfriend. We're gonna go into him too. And let alone, don't even mention about the living situation. It was filthy. I have a video showing that the neighbors was taking a video of inside the apartment. It was filthy. Also, Quanell X went inside, said it was the condition of the house. It was in rough condition, and no child should be living there. But this type of black woman we need to be protecting. Of course, I'm not saying all black women, but I'm saying we got to be careful when we say we need to protect black women. No, we need to protect ourselves from black women. We need to protect our children from some black women. See? Watch. Rock with me. Watch this. Now we're gonna go to another news story similar to that one, dealing with Maliyah Bass. Watch this. Watch this. Now, let me let these commercials play. Now, watch this, brothers and sisters. Y'all, we have to look at this thing for what it is. All right. Now watch this.
We are learning more details about what happened to missing 2-year-old Maliyah Bass. Authorities found a body along Brays Bayou on Sunday. That was after they issued an Amber Alert. Fox 26's Natalie live tonight with some new information in this case. Natalie.
Hi there, Jonathan. Good evening. Well, community activist Quanell X is now involved with this case. He tells us that after speaking with neighbors and talking to Maliyah's parents, he's learned some new shocking developments. He now believes that all this could have been prevented had her parents been a little bit more responsible when caring for her.
And this is the type of black woman we need to be protecting, where even Quanell X go out and say they should have been more responsible. Let's keep going.
So when I went over there and I saw the apartment, talked with neighbors, learned a few things. Also learned a few things. So when I went over there and I saw the apartment, talked with neighbors.
Look at this. Look at the listen. And no, in no way am I making fun of nothing. Look how hard our people are living. But meanwhile, we talking about Meg Thee Stallion. We talking about Meg Thee Stallion. Look at this. Look, you got trash all on the floor right here. And I know it's on them. They grown women. I understand it. But we have to be careful on what we're saying. Trash out here. Look, buckets. Look, the AC units is all off track, right? Because nobody cares for our people. That's why we have to do it. Look. Now, you wouldn't ever go to a white apartment and see none of this. It is not because black people are filthy people. But it's like we done gave up. Like, I mean, they not coming out. I'm sure these apartments, the people don't care about them because it's black folks. They don't care about fixing nothing. So they don't care. See, but we have to listen. Look, and this is the type of environment that the young sister was living in, the 2-year-old. But we talking about Meg Thee Stallion. Look how much work we have to do in the black community. But we talking about Meg Thee Stallion.
Listen, learned a few things. Also learned that on the day that the baby came up missing, that they were here at this store. After late in the night, and that the baby was at home by itself.
So listen what he just said. Quanell X said, one night they were at that store he just showed, and the baby was at home by herself. This is the black one we need to protect. That's the problem with black women. Nobody want to hold a black woman responsible. Everybody, oh, the black woman is doing this, and the black woman is so this, the black woman is so this, that nobody is holding black women or black men to be responsible for anything. So we're going to continue to be the way we are. Like we do. We don't know what happened with that Meg Thee Stallion situation, but we already quick to judgment. That's how it is. That's how black women are protected. We don't even know what happened, but she's always right. And the black man is always wrong. You can have a situation where this man may be defending his life, and you still shouldn't shoot a black woman. Well, brother, she had a gun pointing at me. Brother, you got to take that L, brother. Wait a minute. My life is valuable too. But the black woman is so protected that that's what I'm saying, that she can do no wrong. And that every situation we must protect black women. But what about this black woman that allowed her child to be home alone by herself, play outside at the park? Should we be protecting it or hold her accountable? See? We need to start holding black women and black men accountable for what they do and stop protecting them. So when you say, well, black women are not protected, they actually are. That's why we in the situation we in now, because we have so much protection. Only thing we got to do is fly under the black thing and we good. Hold black people responsible. We need to hold ourselves responsible, accountable. And when we start holding ourselves accountable, then we'll start being a royal people. We'll start being a righteous people. We'll be able to build together. We're not holding ourselves accountable. Anything something happen, we just need to, it's a damaged black woman. She need to be protected. But then the black man does something, he should know better. He's the man. But it can't be double standards now. Let's keep going. So they at this store. This is the store that they left this baby. They went to this store. The boyfriend and the girlfriend. That's the boyfriend and girlfriend right here. They went to the store and left the baby at home by herself. Now, you would think one of them can at least stay at the house. It don't take two people to go to the store. And if you do, why don't you just take the baby? She too. Put on your back. Let's continue.
After speaking with Maliyah Bass's mom and boyfriend, Quanell X says he was shocked to learn the truth unravel about the 2-year-old girl who's been missing since Saturday.
So that's a serious issue, that the baby was not here with them late that night before they made the 911 call about the baby being abducted. More responsible parenting could have easily prevented this.
On Sunday morning, a jogger reportedly spotted a toddler's body along Brays Bayou, just a few miles away from Maliyah's home. On their front doorstep, neighbors are already piling up soft toys and balloons to shower the 2-year-old with the attention and love they say she always deserved.
Watch this.
Soft toys and balloons, just a few miles away from Maliyah's home. On their front doorstep.
Look at this front door. I mean, just by the front door, you can tell what it looks like on the inside. And this is what we supposed to be respecting as black women need to be protected. Now, you can't control outside, but you can clean your damn door. Come on, brothers and sisters. We gotta hold ourselves accountable. Look at the door. Look, it's Gatorade bottles, plastic bags, cups laying everywhere. See? And this is what we saying we need to protect. This is the type of black woman we need to protect. Now I won't be accused of being a self-hating black person and I don't like black women. Listen, my grandma was black. And I love my grandma. I was raised by my grandma. My mama was a black woman. So I was raised by strong black women that wouldn't put up with nothing like this. They didn't allow us to go outside and play unattended like that. So y'all can say what you want. But listen to this. Listen. So look at this. Look at the living arrangements. This little 2-year-old girl was, 2-year-old. So look at this, the door. You can imagine what it looked like on the inside.
doorstep, neighbors are already piling up soft toys and balloons to shower the 2-year-old with the attention and love they say she always deserved.
She a sweet little girl. Like, her smile is big. She beautiful. She a happy baby. These people, if they didn't want that baby, call the daddy in Dallas, come get your child. Take it to the fire station.
Neighbors who spent all Saturday helping search for Maliyah's whereabouts say they're skeptical of her mom's story.
Too fishy, because they keep switching stories. Come correct. Tell us what y'all did to this little girl. Because this, you know what this sound like? Maliyah Davis. Last year, y'all remember, huh?
Now, authorities are still...
Yeah, I remember that, Maliyah Davis. Boy, that man, I think the boyfriend did something to her. See? So listen, y'all see, this is what I'm saying. This is why we got to hold black women, black men, black people accountable. And we have to switch our focus on where it needs to be focused on. Our focus should not be on Meg Thee Stallion. Something that happened 2 or 3 weeks ago. We have more pressing issues. We need to find out what happened to this little girl. We need to raise black women up to be more responsible to raise children. We need to make black men more accountable and be men. See, we have a lot to do. And that's why I say we in our body, we getting ready to start an outreach ministry where we go out in the communities and give what's needed. You see what I'm saying? This is what we have to do. We don't have money like that to be going out. These celebrities got the money and power and influence. We're going to do what we have. We're going to give what we have. We're going to give the resources that we have. We're going to give the time that we have to better our communities. Because Bun B is not going to do it. He going to sit around and talk about Meg Thee Stallion and what he would have rode on if that would have happened to Meg Thee Stallion in Houston. But meanwhile, 2-year-old girls getting kidnapped and murdered and nobody riding. See how that's an issue? Because it's not popular. This story is not big. I mean, it's not big, right? Well, who cares? A little black girl from the ghetto. Who cares about that? Watch. Let's keep going though. Now, look at this. I want to show y'all this. Now, we quick to do this. We are quick to do this. And shout outs to Plunder. This is Plunder's video, right? I'm gonna be using this video to show the stepdad. Listen to this. See, we're good at this.
And as soon as the dog,
right? Watch this.
On the scene, and as soon as the dog came, the dog passed out. Then the helicopter.
Now he said, as soon as I guess the police dogs came, the dog passed out. Like, I mean, this is who this 2-year-old girl was staying with. This man said that the police dogs came and passed out. But this is what we need to be respecting. This same black woman we need to be respecting. This is who she decided to raise her children around. Let's keep going.
Right after that, the helicopter ran out of gas.
Now the helicopter ran out of gas. So you mean to tell me HPD and all these people were just unprepared for this? In the helicopter ran out of gas? Now, granted, I'll give him this. When a black child is missing, no one cares. You don't see it. Listen, I watch crime shows all the time, and when a white child come up missing, they call on that God come down and help. When a black child comes, you barely can get a police dog. White children, everybody in the community comes out. They don't even know the child comes out and helps. You got 12 helicopters in there. I'm like, damn, 12 helicopters can't even share the same airspace. Got 12 helicopters in the air, 20,000 people on ATVs. 20 million people searching on foot. So yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's a difference when a black child is missing and a white child is missing. But what he talking about, the dogs passed out and the helicopter ran out again. Listen, it made it right, I guess, because he was searching for his daughter. Something he should have been out doing. But he waited they waited hours before they called 911. He should have been out searching. But guess what? The black one we supposed to be protecting was sitting on the steps saying, my baby gone, my baby is dead. Same dude, while his daughter was sitting out, you're going to hear in a few minutes, while his stepdaughter is out here playing in the park, he ended up playing video games. So we supposed to protect black women who make decisions like this. Let's keep going.
There was nobody looking. The community did better than what the police did. My baby could have been anywhere at any time.
Now he blaming the police, but it was him. It was him and his baby, him and his woman who allowed this baby to play by themselves. It's not the police's fault. It's your fault. That's why we need to hold black people accountable. We so quickly to blame other people for our issues. It wasn't the police didn't tell you to leave that child out there by herself, but now you blaming the police. This is why I say we need to hold black people accountable. Because since we don't, he can get away with this and say, oh, look at them. He was just letting that baby play. We need to protect them. It's the police fault. Look, the police didn't bring all the resources out. They didn't bring out the helicopter. So if they would have brought out the helicopter faster, the baby would have been alive. No, the baby would have been alive if they were more responsible. If they wouldn't allow that child to be out there by themselves. So it's the parents' fault, not the police fault. But black people get away with that. Because we got this thing where we can just blame the police and people are like, yeah, you're right, it's the police fault. No, what about us? It's our fault. They allowed that child to play out there by herself. And you have two adults in the house and one of y'all didn't think, well, let me one of us go out there because we do have a 2-year-old out there playing by herself. Let one of us go out there and watch her. No, one of them is cooking and one of them is playing a video game. But we supposed to, this is what we supposed to protect.
And they have the nerve to get on Facebook and bash me and my girlfriend like we did something.
Y'all did.
And that's my baby. She know her ABC.
Listen what he said. People got the nerve to bash him on Facebook like they did. You did do something. You was irresponsible. You allowed a 2-year-old to play outside by herself. What you mean? Yeah, people should be bashing you. You allowed a 2-year-old girl to play by herself. Let me put this in. Brothers and sisters who have children, imagine you allowing your 2-year-old child outside to play by herself. And you go in the house. Listen, and you go in the house and shut the door for a few minutes. Imagine that. I have a house with a backyard with a fence, and I still won't let my 6-year-old go out there and play by himself. And if he do, I'm watching right there at the window. We have a window right there where we can see right in the backyard. I'm watching, and then we got a gate, a fence. And anytime I let him go outside, now I'm with him. But you allow, and we don't live in the hood. And you live in A-Leaf. Listen, A-Leaf, it go down and it's very high in crime. And you let a 2-year-old girl go outside by herself in this area and play by herself. And this is what we supposed to protect. Let me have lived in that situation. You can't even go outside. You can go and hang it up. You're not going. If I lived in those apartments, you can't go outside and play. And if you do go out, I'm going with you. Other than that, you're not going to play outside by yourself. I don't care how old you get. See? But until we start holding our people accountable, we'll be able to do this. We'll be sitting around talking about how we need to be protected and black women but black women are not being held accountable. Black men are not being held accountable. And he wonder why people bashing him. Yeah, it's your fault. People are coming at you because it's your fault. Let me bring that back.
And that's my baby. She know her ABC. And they have the nerve to get on Facebook and bash me and my girlfriend like we did something.
Yeah, you did. But that's part of the problem. What I'm saying, black people don't ever want to be accountable because they know we can ride that coattail of we need to be protected. It's the white man's fault. It's the police fault. They didn't search fast enough. They wouldn't have to search if you wouldn't allow that child to be out there by herself. That's your job. Protect your children, not the police.
And that's my baby. She know her ABCs. She know her 1, 2, 3. She know her colors. She only 2. She know how to talk very well.
Now she only 2. She was only 2 when you left her out there by herself at that port. Now she only 2. Now you realize she's only 2. You didn't realize she was only 2 when you left her out there at the park by herself. She was 2 then.
Because of us, me and my girl. She was smart. She was growing up to be something.
When was the last time you saw her? Yesterday.
The last time I saw her is with my gal before my gal put her in the park. She came and gave me a hug and told me she loved me. This is her routine every day.
Said his girl went and put her in the park. The girlfriend put her in the park and she gave him a hug before she went to the park.
My mama could tell you that she loves me.
His mama can tell you that the baby girl loves him. But you didn't love her because you allowed her to stay outside by herself while you play video games.
This is her routine to tell me she loved me, hug me. And I sit here and play the game. She come for me, you know, we eat and everything. That's the only reason why my girl came in the house is to fix us something to eat.
That's why the girl came in the house, to fix us something to eat.
Because we haven't ate. So I called her and told her in 5 minutes. It was only 5 minutes.
So if that's the case, why don't you get your behind off the game and you go out? If the girl need to go and cook for you, the least you can do is get off the game and go watch your daughter at the park until they finish cooking. But look, it was only 5 minutes. Kidnappings don't take that long. Maybe a couple seconds. For a person that's going to kidnap your daughter, all he got to do, hey, come here real quick, I have candy. That don't take number 10, 20 seconds. I don't get why people think that it was only 5 minutes like that. What does that mean? Like, it take 20 minutes for a kidnapping to occur. No, kidnappings, they usually take a couple seconds. Last I checked, it only take a couple seconds to kidnap someone. And 5 minutes is a long time for a 2-year-old to be outside by a very long time. A minute is a long time. But you saying 5 minutes. Then she was kidnapped, and then y'all didn't call the police until hours later. So you blaming the police. This is why I say you have to hold black people accountable. Stop talking about we need to be protected. We know we need to be held accountable. We've been protected for so long now. When it's time for us to be accountable, we can't do it because we got all these people that's going, look, no, they black people. They need to be, they protect them. They've been going through a lot. The white man, it's the police problem. See, we know that. We have issues as being black, but we need to stop doing that and hold ourselves accountable. I'm talking about black people. And stop saying we need to protect somebody because they black. All black women need to be protected. Halle Berry said all black women need to be protected. So this woman need to be protected. Halle Berry said protection for all black people. So we need to protect this black woman that allowed her child to be outside and play by herself. They got a Negro in the house playing video games.
She was gone. And they don't realize my apartment, the rent lady had a whole operation.
See?
A sting on her for sex trafficking.
So now he blamed the police. First, let me show you. See, black people. Let me show you. First thing was the police dog passed out. Now it was on the dog's fault. Then secondly, the helicopters ran out of gas. Right? Now it's the rent lady's fault. No. Thirdly, it was the police. They weren't searching good enough, right? Now it's the rent lady's fault because she was running sex trafficking rings in an apartment. But if that's the case, why don't you allow your kids to play outside? If you understand that this allegedly the rent lady or the office manager, whoever, was in trouble with sex trafficking, why in the hell would you allow your daughter to play outside by herself? If you saying that this lady was guilty of dealing with some type of sex trafficking or you had suspicions of it, why would you allow your daughter to play outside by herself? But this is what we supposed to be protecting. So the police dog passed out. The helicopters ran out of gas. It's the police fault because they weren't searching. Now it's the rent lady's fault. Let's keep going.
And they let the lady out the side. She's sweet, like, she funny. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard to move on. It's gonna be real hard to move on, because I don't know how to handle this. You know what I'm saying? I never had a seed. I never had a child. But for her to come into my life and be there for me, that's amazing. And for her to be so advanced at 2 years old, it amazed me even more. That's why I work with my baby every day on her colors, her 1, 2, 3s, ABCs.
It's more than that to being a parent, doing ABCs and one. You gotta protect your children. You can't just teach your children, you gotta protect them.
What's your name?
This is what we saying about, see? This is what we dealing with.
I tell her, I say, where's the house? We can walk to the store. I ask her, where's the house, just so she can know where's the house. How to get back to the house in case anything happens. We are prepared. We was prepared, but if this take a little mistake, in a blink of an eye, my baby was gone. And I feel like it's my fault because I wasn't watching her at that point. I was sitting there playing the game.
Look, listen, what was he doing? No, okay, he said it was his fault because he was in there playing the game. See? The dog passed out. The dog passed out. The helicopters ran out of gas. The police wasn't looking. It's the rent lady's fault. No, it's my fault. It's finally my fault because I was in there playing the game. We supposed to protect this? So your child went missing because you wanted to play the video game. But some reason somebody gonna protect him, watch, and say, oh, it's all right, we all make mistakes. Yeah, but not mistakes like that. When you're a parent, you can't afford to make mistakes like that. Yeah, he should be arrested. Both of them need to be arrested for neglect. So when you're a parent, you can't make mistakes like that. You can't make mistakes. Them type of mistakes you cannot make because you can't say, oh, my bad, I learned from it. Your child is gone. Right? Some stuff is common sense. You just don't let a 2-year-old outside to play by herself. You don't have to have parenting skills to do that. It's just common sense. But some people's common sense ain't common, so let's keep going.
As a family with my girlfriend and my baby. Her mother told me always to take care of her baby. And I failed her mother as a man. So therefore, anybody did this, please come forward. I'm not expecting you to come forward. But I know you probably seen us on the news yesterday. So I know you probably was scared. Come forward. Come forward. I don't want it to be nothing else. I just want you to come forward, this kid. And that's my baby. She know her ABCs. She know her 1, 2, 3. She know her colors. She only 2. She know how to talk.
All right, we done with that. It's ridiculous. That baby was 2 years old and all that when you left outside. So I feel no sympathy. I feel nothing. Empathy, whatever you want to call it. Because once again, black people need to be held accountable, and everything that the white man feeling need to happen, I'm in support of it. So anybody, if I would have done that, same thing should happen to me. If I neglected to do my duties as a parent, then the court, the law, I deserve it to the fullest. especially if I'm in there playing a video game. I'm in there playing a video game. My daughter's outside playing by herself. Man, I could never. All right, so why is this important? Well, brothers and sisters, if you must know, why is this important? Let me show you something. Make sure y'all subscribe. Please like it, share the Breaking Bad. If you're on Facebook, share that, share it with your family and friends. YouTube, come on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to it. If you're watching in the future, subscribe to it. We have way more content that's coming out. Doing with this, you're gonna learn a lot from this channel. It'll be interactive. So the more people we get in, the more people the comments can come in. We'll be interactive. We can be able to talk to each other, share our comments, our concerns, questions, whatever it may be. So make sure you support this channel, okay, on YouTube and Facebook. All right, now watch this. All right, so now let's go into here. I want to go into this other thing here, right? All right, so let's go into this other thing here. Now, the reason I said that you have to be mindful of what you're doing, right? And like he said, as a man, he have to do certain things, right? Yeah, as men, we have to be responsible. It's on us to raise our children, raise our families, right? And to be the protector of the house. I don't expect my wife to get up and fight intruders that's my job, right? That's my job. Like, it's both of our jobs to protect our children, but at a certain level, men have to take responsibility for what they do, right? And we don't do that as black men. We look and we blame other people like he did, like this brother did. Before he even said it was his fault, he blamed the police dog, said the dog passed out, that the helicopter ran out of gas. What else? That the police wasn't searching right. Right, and all these things for him to finally say, you know what, it was my fault. I was in the house playing a video game. That's what it was in the beginning. It's nobody else's fault but yours. You wouldn't need a police helicopter if you was out there with your child, right? Why is this important? Look at your screen, brothers and sisters. This is Family Watchdog. It says, see offenders on the map. Each marker on the map below represents an offender. You can click on the marker to see an offender's profile or click show as a list to view offenders on the map in a list format. This is where the little child lived. Right here, well, you see this little house right here in the center? Let me see if I can make this big. I want y'all to see this. Right here in the center is where Maliyah Bass lived. All around her are sex offenders. There you go. All around her are sex offenders. Now, if you know this, if you're a responsible parent, you would take the time and say, well, let me see if it's smart to allow my child to play outside by themselves. Let me check and see if any sex offenders are in the area. And if you would have took the time and did it, you would have saw that your area is flooded with sex offenders. And the reason it says 651 mapped offenders because I can't zoom out. It's really more in that area. But just in her area, it's 651 sex offenders. Now watch this. Show a list. These are the sex offenders live very close to this. This is 0.04 miles, right? These are people that lived in the same apartment as a little girl. Look how close. Look at the distance. Mile, 0.7, 1.1, 1.12 miles. These are all, listen how close, these are all sex offenders under a 5-mile radius of where this child was missing, came up missing. There you go. We're at 2 miles now. Still at 2 miles. 3 miles from where she lived. Y'all get the point, right? So look, all these sex offenders are very close to. Now, of course, I'm not saying we don't know. I'm not convicting anyone till the proof come out. But you have to look at that type of stuff. Babies come up missing. First thing you have to do as an investigator is look and see, well, where are the sex offenders? Babies don't usually come up missing what can you do with them? You can't make them work. What other thing can you do with it? Well, you have some sick people out here. And if they see an opportunity like that, then hey, they take it. That's what it is. So you have to look at everything for what it is. So that's her house, and look at this area. All sex offenders. This is her house right here in the center where my mouse pointer is. These are all sex offenders in the area. Brays Bayou is right here. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Right here. Brays Bayou is right here. This is where the baby was found. Brays Bayou. This is our house. And look at all the sex offenders you have in this area. See? You see why it's important to know what your child is doing? To keep an eye on your child and your children? Because you have issues on stuff that you can't control. Sex offenders living in your neighborhood. So you have to be, you have to be a parent of parents. Your child is not thinking about sex offenders when they go outside and play. They don't know anything about that. You have to think that. You have to be like, no, is it safe? She just want to go outside and play. She don't understand the dangers of being outside and playing. She don't understand about being, especially at 2 years old, a sex offender or stranger. She think everybody is nice and friendly. We need to find out what happened. And we need to hold the parents accountable. Because their stories don't stick. It's not they all over the place. See? So now, is this the type of woman we need to hold accountable? I mean, we need to be protecting? Somebody tell me. Watch this. We got more though. Let's keep going into this. Let's keep going into this. Now watch this. Look at this story. Woman wants justice for late sister dumped at Detroit fire station, shot in the head. Why is this not going viral? Why isn't this going viral? Why do I don't see Bun B and all the rest of the celebrities talking about this? Because it's not trending. Meg Thee Stallion is trending, right? Meg Thee Stallion is trending. So let's talk about what's trending. This is not trending. Woman wants justice for late sister dumped at Detroit fire station, shot in the head. So let's I want to go into let's go into here first. Clock. Let's go into here, and then we're gonna go in. I want to go into show the video, and then I'm gonna give my commentary on it. Right? So check this out.
30 on Fox 2.
I just want her to know that we're not going to stop. We're not going to sleep until we find out who did this to her.
She was 27 years old, but will always be her baby sister.
She has so many friends because she always put everybody before herself.
But the older sister of Clarita Poole, Sharita Poole, can't help but ask, was it her unwavering love for others and pure generosity that may have contributed to her violent death?
We tried to warn her from the very second that we heard about this guy.
Detroit police say Monday morning, just after midnight, a man brought Clarita Poole's lifeless body to a fire station on the city's west side, a bullet in her head. Clarita then rushed to the hospital.
She actually arrived in the hospital with just her bra. She wasn't clothed at all. So we don't know if she was raped.
Sharita and her family walking into the ICU to a horrific sight.
We really didn't recognize her at first. She had a gunshot wound to the back of her head. She wasn't breathing on her own. She was completely on a machine.
Pronounced brain dead, Clarita dying in the hospital.
It was a murder. She was purposely hurt. She was murdered.
Detroit police ruling Clarita's death a homicide, adding that they have a person of interest in the case, a man that Sharita says her sister had been casually seeing for the last few months.
From his social media, you could just tell he's not a good person.
Sharita says the two would constantly argue and the man would threaten Clarita, post photos of her in social media, and even Sharita says threatened to set Clarita up to be gang raped.
If he personally does not have that gunpowder on his hands, he know who did it, and he's the one that set it up to be done.
Sharita says.
Now, you see what the sister said, that this guy was putting pictures on her social media, allegedly, and he said he was going to set her up to be gang raped. Now, shouldn't we ride on this type of dude? Shouldn't he be rolled on? Bumby want to ride on, we should be riding on this type of dude. Of course, I don't condone violence, but I'm saying if we use that logic as Bun B and all the rest of them that want to ride for Megan, this sister, according to what I've seen, she wasn't that type of, she wasn't, and I quote, ghetto, hood rat, nothing. She was dating this guy that wasn't no good, because that's how we are as black people. We still think we can change people and make them better and all that. That's just the type of people we are. But this sister was shot in the back of the head, 27 years old, loved everybody, put others before herself. She was shot in the back of the head, left naked at a fire station. Where's the uproar? Where's the outrage? Where's the protesting for that? Where is the video going viral? Where is the celebrities? Where? I don't see them.
The man also used Clarita for her money. Clarita even buying a car for him to use.
And it wasn't much she would tell us because she know we didn't like him. We didn't want her around him.
Detroit police say right now they still need more information. Sharita desperate to get answers for her sister.
I hope she's happy and she don't have to deal with this anymore.
Hoping anyone who may be in a dangerous situation like she was.
Please, 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 please get out of the situation because it's not going to end good. It never ends good, ever.
If you have any information on Clarita's death, as insignificant as it may seem, it may help. Please call Detroit Police or Crime Stoppers anonymously at 1-800-SPEAK-UP.
So now, y'all see that. So now, where is the outrage for this? Why aren't people riding on the dude that shot this girl in the back of the head? The hood know who did it. Sharing pictures, allegedly, if it was the boyfriend, sharing pictures of her on social media, and also saying he wanted to set her up to be gang raped. See? Now, this is the type of black woman we need to be protecting. See? But I don't see nothing. I don't hear nothing. How gruesome is that? You shoot somebody in the head and leave them at a fire station, naked. Possibly been raped, but I don't hear nothing. Where's the justice? Where's the conversation with this, about this? This is what we need to be protecting. But yet we want to ride out on Meg the Stallion in the situation where we already know what type of lifestyle that they living. We should be riding on that. Listen, I wouldn't waste my time. I mean, this guy's a rapper. What do you think he rapping about? Meg the Stallion walk around talking about she's savage and all these things. I didn't hear this girl. I didn't hear Clarita say anything about being a savage. Her sister, and I know them her people, they gonna talk good of her, but still they being honest. I believe it. You can kind of tell what type of person people are. And her being too giving, probably too kind and too nice, led to this. Once again, black women have to be more accountable, be more responsible. But if we are to protect black women, we need to see what type of black woman we need to protect. You can't just say protect all black women. Should we protect the other black woman that let her 2-year-old daughter go out there and play? Or should we protect the black woman that was shot in the back of the head and left at the fire station? You tell me. Or should we worry about Meg Thee Stallion being shot in the foot? See? But I don't, that's my thing, brothers and sisters. Do what you can. If y'all brothers and sisters are from that area in Detroit, man, like y'all do what need to be done. This is how we gonna protect our, and I'm not saying violence or anything, but if you need to go to the police, go to them. Stop this and stop snitching and all that, so we can continue to perpetuate this type of behavior in our communities. Because we don't want to snitch, so we'll continue to let people abuse our women. Right? We know we can't take action. We know that because we have laws and we'll go to jail and all. We can't, you can't fight violence with violence. See, but we got all these street codes that's why we continue to be how we are, because we're not holding each other accountable. So now, let's continue. So we showed that. Where is the support for this? Where is the support for this sister that was killed like this? Right? I don't see none. Now let's keep going. Let me show you this. Now, I'm going to show you how everybody are. Now, you have this where you have our brother being shot, Jacob Blake, being shot, and this is on mainstream news, and guess what? Everybody is on it. See, this is what I'm saying. Because it's on mainstream news, everybody is on it. Because it's popular, it's trending. Now, if this shooting never would have occurred in mainstream media, nobody would have talked about it. No one would even say anything. If it wasn't mainstream, no one would say anything about it. Now, let's go into it. I'm going to show you this. Check this out.
Wow.
Well, let me bring it back. Y'all can see that one more time. Listen, this is what they doing to our people. Just look at it. But we worrying about Meg Thee Stallion. Bring it back. We worrying about Meg Thee Stallion. Meanwhile, brother's getting shot in the back 7 times. But I'm supposed to be focused on Meg Thee Stallion. We supposed to be riding on ride on these cops. See? These are the truth. These people they got a history of killing us, doing us wrong, oppressing us. Nobody trying to ride on them, but you want to ride on Tory Lanez, another black man. Like, this stuff is out. Like, you want to ride on another black man, but then the people that's been killing us, nobody riding on them. And yeah, exactly, with his kids in the car. So not only was his brother shot in the back, no gun or weapon, his children were in the car. We weren't by Meg Thee Stallion. Let's play it again. So now the brother, let's analyze this. At this point, look, they got guns drawn already. This man, he probably had a tussle with them. We're gonna look at a second view in a few minutes. He had a tussle with them, right? And now he's walking away. He's no longer a threat. Now, if anything, you can tase him. Or you can go hands-on. If you want him to get down on the ground, it's what, 3 cops there. 3 police officers. And the only outcome y'all understood to do was shoot the man 7 times in the back. When y'all could have went hands-on, it's enough for y'all to go hands-on, meaning take him down with your hands. You could pepper spray him. You can tase him. But the only thing they can come up with is shooting this man in the back because he's a black man and nobody cares. But I'm supposed to be worrying about Meg Thee Stallion. So look, he's going around the car. Plenty of time. Look, they chasing him. Why can't you just go hands-on? Look, go hands-on. Look, now you finally get him now when he's getting ready to get inside the car. It's too late now. Look at it. Now you shoot this man.
Wow.
Now you shoot the man. But my focus should be on Meg Thee Stallion. Show me how that makes sense. This man gunned down, now paralyzed in the hospital, with his children in the car. Where's the outrage? Oh, well, it is something because this story is trending. So therefore you have people boycotting, you have the NBA boycotting, you have all these things that are trending. Now it's time to boycott. Why? Because the media is there, cameras are there, people can see what I'm doing. It makes me look better, it makes me like I care, but black people been being killed over here if y'all have not known. We've been being killed. Only reason why people are stepping up now because the George Floyd thing blew everything up. And now this pandemic has everybody in the house, so therefore people are watching. But when everything go back to normal, nobody cares about black people getting killed in the street. Nobody cares. It'll go back like it was businesses kill Negroes in the streets like usual. And no media coverage. They'll be too busy worrying about what Trump is talking about. Meanwhile, you getting killed in your neighborhoods. See? So why is it that we boycott this type of thing, but we don't boycott or we don't speak on a 2-year-old girl come up missing and a 27-year-old girl shot in the head, left naked at a fire station? Why not? What's up with that? But something that make national news that's trending, we boycott that. Are we that lazy and don't know what's going on in the community? We just believe everything we see on the news and say, well, since that's trending, let me put my 2 cents in there. That's what we do. Because if you're truly concerned with your people, you're looking into the neighborhood and saying, what's truly going on? Why are these things truly? Because it's so many brothers being killed and sisters being killed, and it's not getting media coverage. Only the ones that's taped with the video cameras and all that from people are getting the coverage. We have to go where the problem starts. It starts with all them other brothers and sisters that receive no type of coverage. The reason the police feel like they can go and shoot you in the back and nothing happens because they doing it on a regular basis and it's not getting covered. See, it's not being covered. Only ones getting covered is the ones that we take the video footage of and we put it on social media. But these things are happening around neighborhoods of America all the time. And we got to fix the problem. The problem is not when it comes to social media and it comes viral. That's reactive. We need to be proactive, meaning go into the neighborhood and look and expose those cases where cops are killing brothers and sisters and getting away with it. And it don't make the media. It don't make mainstream media. It don't make the news. Those are the ones we have to be proactive on. We need to go into the neighborhoods and see what's going on. See what these cops are doing. Follow the cops. And make sure they doing their jobs. But we reactive. We want to say what we're going to do after a brother been shot 7 times in the back. It's too late then. He been shot 7 times in the back. It's too late for George Floyd. The brother he's passed. He's already dead. See, we are reactive people. We have to be proactive. Black people are reactive. The reason we're reactive because it goes viral. It's trending. It's something we can use to establish our platforms. If we've been down or we've been out of the light for a while, we can come back to light and post a tweet and it'll get blasted all on social media and all on the news. Right? But that's reactive. But these same people, these celebrities, can be proactive by simply going into the neighborhoods that they're from and saying, look, I'm gonna spend whatever type of money I have to stop the violence. I'm gonna spend what type of money I have to do to make sure these children are okay. I'm gonna fix up neighborhoods. Nothing's going on. I'm not saying none of them are doing. Some of them are doing it, but not enough of them. Not enough of our people that's in these positions, these privileged positions, are giving back to their neighborhoods. Only a small percentage of them. And if the majority is doing it and stop having this mentality of I got mine, get yours, we'll be better off. And remember, you couldn't get yours without somebody giving it to you. So just the same thing is I'm going to get mine by you being a blessing to me. See? But we have that mentality, I got mine, you get yours, and we're going to always be in this position that we're always in. All right, so now make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. One more story and we're going to close it out. I appreciate y'all tuning in with me tonight. Also, if you in the brunt of that hurricane, make sure you stay prayed up. Make sure you have everything that you need. Make sure you checking on people, okay? Make sure you checking on people. Pray, right? And you see what's going on. We dealing with all this plus now a hurricane coming, right? We dealing with COVID, police brutality, but police brutality been here. So this is nothing new from black people. And now hurricane. Right? So now, oh man, let's go into this. I got one more story that I want to share with you real quick. And it's this. And we said this years ago. I have a couple videos where I spoke on this years ago. And it's on Fox 26. I want to make this bigger, and I'm going to go into this real quick. Right? This is what it says. Amazon criticized for carrying film that sympathizes with pedophiles. Listen, Amazon criticized for carrying film that sympathizes with pedophiles. Now, I told y'all a couple years ago that before they make it legal, they have to work on your emotions first. Listen, y'all can go back and look at all my videos about 2017. I said it's a plan, it's strategic. They have to come in and play on your emotions first. Make it okay with you and say, oh, it's just a disease. It's just this and that. It's just like any other thing. And that's they have a right to it because they can't help themselves. And then pretty much they're going to put it right along with the LGBT community, put another letter there, and they're going to make it legal for them to sleep with your children. I said this years ago. It's coming to pass. Amazon is putting out videos for you to sympathize with pedophiles. See? Once again, Amazon criticized for carrying film that sympathizes with pedophiles. And I also said that, well, if the logic that we use now with the LGBT community is it's a feeling that I have. If I'm a woman, I feel like a man, then I should have a right, right? I should have a right to feel that way. I should have a right to be a man if I feel that way, even though I'm a woman. Or if I'm a man, I feel like a woman, I should have a right to feel that. Now you got to let the pedophiles say that too. You have to allow the pedophiles, you have to allow them to say that feel the same way. If they feel like they should get turned on to children, it's a preference, just like being a homosexual. So you have to allow them to sleep with children. It's that simple. That's why you have to, if you don't stick with the Most High's laws, then you have all these loopholes for sin, for wickedness to creep in. If you allow one group to do it, you gotta let the other ones. That's why we say follow God's commandments. Because being a homosexual and a pedophile is condemned in both books. I mean, in the Bible. Rape is condemned. Being a homosexual is condemned. Marriage and children and all those things that we do is condemned. But if you allow one group to do it and you say, well, this is how they feel and This how they feel inside. It's a mentality. It's a chemical, whatever in the brain and whatever it may be. Then when a pedophile come out and say, well, I feel the same way. I'm sexually attracted to little kids and I can't help it. You gotta allow them to sleep with little children. You gotta allow them to fantasize and bite kitty porn. See, that's why America is wicked. Because now you have to sympathize with both sides. Now you gotta leave a side open. Both sides are damaging, but this is very damaging. Because now kids are vulnerable now. Because now like we just saw earlier. Guess what happened? If they pass a law and say, well, you know what? These men that are attracted to children, and if they can prove that it's something mentally, they're going to say, well, we got to drop all charges because it's a mental thing. Just like they had being a homosexual was in the pinnacle. It was a crime. They had to drop all charges of people that they arrested for sodomy. Likewise, if you're a pedophile and they come out and say, well, it's a mental disease, they're going to drop all charges and you won't know who's a pedophile around you. Because now it's classified as a mental disease and no longer you'll get in trouble. Now it's fair game because you don't know who's who. You live right next to your neighbor and he's nice and he always have candy for the kids and you allow the kids go over there and he's saying he's doing X, Y, Z. Meanwhile, he's molesting your children. But you wouldn't know that because now the law has changed because now they say pedophilia is a mental disease, therefore drop all charges and now allow them to stay wherever they want. You wouldn't know that. But this is how the law works but against itself. When they try to do one thing, they have to do the other one. You can't allow one window of wickedness to be open and then shut all the other ones. When you allow wickedness to thrive, everything else got to thrive with it. All the other wickedness that comes with it. But that's why God has shut the door on wickedness. Therefore, it's no wickedness that we can do and justify it. Let's go into this story. Let's go into this first.
As news.
Let's go into the story. I'm going to show the video. Then we're going to go right into the story. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, support the work. All right? So let's go into this and let's watch this video.
Dave.
Here to discuss it is Andy Kahn, a victim's advocate, and from Crime Stoppers. When you see a documentary like that, basically trying to, what many people say is normalize pedophilia, your thoughts on this? They say try and understand it before you make a decision on it.
Now watch this, and this also coming off the back of all this stuff that's happening with Jeffrey Epstein. See how they do? All this stuff happening with Jeffrey Epstein and all these celebrities that was dealing with these children. Now they trying to normalize it so the effect won't be so bad. So they won't go to jail. So they won't see it's an excuse on why they did it. It's a mental disease. See, everything is strategic with the powers that be. They dropped this right in time when Jeffrey Epstein is in trouble or was I know of course he killed himself, but this whole case of him and that woman that was his accomplice are now exposed and everybody else. Then they dropped this to normalize pedophilia. See, listen, this stuff this is not it's not on accident. This is not a coincidence, brothers and sisters. Right? Let's go ahead. Let's
First thought was, wow, you got to be kidding me. Second thought, when I've talked to people who have seen the documentary, very little of it has to do with the victims of the pedophilias out there. It's all kind of, woe is me, I'm poor this, I did all this. Compulsions are not addictions, and that's important to understand. So when you have someone who has sexual urges to sexually molest, sexually assault young children up to 13, you can't give them some sort of normalized, treatment. We're going to code this word with this. So shame on Amazon for showing this. And if you're going to show something like that, let's show a real documentary on the effects of children who are sexually assaulted by pedophiles.
When you look at a case like this and you see the recidivism rate of those who harm children in cases like this, they tend to do it over and over again despite jail sentences, prison terms. They just can't stop.
These are urges. You can't stop them. It's the same thing with an alcoholic, the same thing with somebody who uses drugs. I mean, you can certainly seek treatment to control your urges, but unless you have criminal conduct attached to it, which is what they're trying to say, that this is some sort of illness that they have. You're trying to normalize and legitimize child sexual predators, and that just isn't going to happen.
Now, you have had in the past some psychiatrists or psychologists to say that it is some type of mental disorder. Are you buying that?
No, not at all. Again, these are compulsions are not addictions. If someone who is targeting young children who are our most vulnerable citizens, our most vulnerable element, who can't yell, run, and scream, and you're targeting children for your own sexual deviant behaviors, there is something seriously wrong with you. And the only way to cure, there's no cure for it. Let's first understand that as well. You can seek treatment, sure, but there has to be consequences if you do act out.
Right. So now, y'all see that. So now, Amazon dropped that, right? The pedophiles, right? But watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Now, Netflix, right in time, they do what? Let's see what Netflix does. So we talking about this. Let's see what Netflix does. Look at that. Right in time when they try to normalize pedophilia, you put children in this type of position on a cover of a Netflix special. Brothers and sisters, if y'all can't see America has gone to hell and it's not coming back, I don't know what to show. I don't know what to tell you. This is right on the cuff of what? WAP, Wet AP, right on the dropping of the pedophile movie on Amazon documentary. Then Netflix backdoor and dropped this. Y'all can't see. It's designed. Comes out September 9th. The Amazon added the pedophile thing, and I saw it when on Prime. I'm like, what the hell is this? It says I pedophile. What? Wait, what is this? Then I turn around, I see this on Netflix coming out. See, we can't make this up, brothers and sisters. Cuties. Now imagine that if I'm in a position to where I see this, where I'm in the position now, the atmosphere is where they trying to change, pedophiles to make it normal. You think I'm gonna ever change? When I see this, I'm going crazy because I'm a pedophile. You're normalizing my addiction, my sexual impulse is saying it's a mental thing. Therefore, I can act out and just say, oh, it's a mental thing. How people deal with mental illnesses. Some people deal with mental illness. They really dealing with it. But then some people, they have mental issues but use it at their convenience when they want to. Why'd you steal from me? Oh, I was going through some things, man. My mind ain't been right. I'm dealing with this mental stuff, man. Right? Just like a pedophile can do. Now we say it's a mental issue. He can go around and do all what he want and just say, oh, I have a mental illness. See how dangerous America is? See? If you open up one door, all these other doors open up. We have to protect our children, brothers and sisters. We have to. It's getting serious out here. It's getting real. Like Paul said, I brought him out in the lesson a week ago. We are being attacked on every side. You're being killed by the police. Your children being killed by their own people. Black people killing black people in the hood. And also killing children at that. And then on top of that, you got to worry about pedophiles taking your children. Then you got to worry about COVID-19. Then you got to worry about the government giving you a vaccine. We are attacked on every side. That's why it's important that we say you stay prayed up, you stay fasting, you stay praying, you stay checking on brothers and sisters. You stay in the word of God. And you don't allow this type of behavior to last if it's around you. You correct people. If you see somebody you know doing, you need to correct them. Hey, man, I see what you're doing. That's not right. Holding black people accountable, like we said at the very beginning. We need to stop making excuses for black people and saying that black people are most unprotected people. When you say that, that's actually protecting black people. That's like saying that we're not going to hold black people accountable. That what they do is because they not protected, because they unprotected. No, we need to hold black people accountable. Stop it. It's madness. It's crazy, and it's never going to get us to a place where we can grow as a people. When we start holding each other accountable, our neighborhoods are growing and prosper like they're supposed to. But until then, we're going to continue to do this. We're going to ride on people we're going to ride on Tory Lanez, but then leave out this 2-year-old girl who was killed and body found in Brays Bayou. We'll ride on Tory Lanez for shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot, but we ain't going to do nothing about a 27-year-old girl shot in the back of the head, left naked at a fire station. Off a Negro who said allegedly he said that he wanted to set her up to be gang raped. We should be riding on that if we're going to ride. And of course, I'm not condoning violence, but I'm saying if we're going to use that logic Bun B them using for Meg Thee Stallion, that's something we need to have, something that's worthy of riding on. Why would I protect a black woman that walk around talking about she a savage and promoting degrading images of black people? Why am I protecting that? She say she a savage. Why am I protecting that? But let me protect this innocent black girl, that's 11-year-old girl who was praying to end gun violence in Wisconsin. Let me protect them. That's an innocent black little girl, but I'm supposed to protect Meg Thee Stallion? But leave this child unprotected that's trying to stop this violence in her neighborhood. Leave her unprotected and without a voice, but speak on and come together for Meg Thee Stallion. Y'all got to be crazy. With that, we're going to end it with that. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you brothers and sisters look out for your people, right? Look out for your people. God put us out here to look out for each other, right? This is what we must do, right? So with that, brothers and sisters, I hope y'all was edified. I hope you learned something. I hope that I was able to show you some information and you took that in and understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I hate black women. I love black women. My mom's a black woman. My grandma's a black woman, right? I have a black father. I was raised in a with black women, by black women. Strong black women that wouldn't deal with the stuff we see now. Right? So I'm just saying we need to hold ourselves, black people in general, accountable for our own actions. Stop making excuses for black women. Stop making excuses for black men. Stop saying that we need more protection. That's why we're in this position we are, because we so protected. That people just blame it, well, they are being oppressed by the police. That we're not holding each other accountable when our brothers go and shoot a little girl because they trying to shoot some other Negro. See? What about holding that accountable? What about an 11-year-old girl getting shot in the car? Should not we hold the brothers that did that accountable? Should not we hold the person that kidnapped this 2-year-old girl and her body ended up in Brays Bayou? Should not we hold them accountable? And stop saying we need to protect them? Right? So with that, brothers and sisters, my name is Elder Asiy'el bin Israel. You have been watching Breaking Babylon. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. And also, we did our first live on Facebook today, so make sure you go to Facebook and you like that page also. We go live every Wednesday, or try to go live every Wednesday, if not every other Wednesday. Also, subscribe to our church channels. That's going to be in the description of YouTube. Click on that. It'll take you right to where you can subscribe. Also, it will be on Facebook. So come over to subscribe to both sides so you can be notified when we go live. If you have any questions, also, you can email me at breakingbabylon@gmail.com. Also, we have our church. If you have a church question, you can also email us at IsraeliteTempleLG@gmail.com. All right, so don't forget to support. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Be safe out there with this storm. If you in Houston, South Houston, Louisiana, if you in those areas, make sure you stay safe and pray it up. We praying for you, brothers and sisters. All right, may the Most High be with you. Shalom.